All right, Jimmy. This week we have a wonderful podcast to steal.
I love that.
Full of heart.
It's a show about hearts?
Yep, hearts. The beating hearts of humanity. It's an interview show, introspective and overcoming. Overcoming. You know what I'm talking about, Jimmy.
Communism.
Overcoming communism. No, Jimmy. Just overcoming. It could be anything. It could be fighting fires or DJs.
Why are we whispering?
Why, Jimmy? Because we have to be very quiet. Now, this one it could be easy or not. I don't know, but I know we shouldn't make any noises because he is blind.
We're stealing a podcast from a blind guy?
Well, when you say it like that, it doesn't sound nearly as cool as it was in my head.
I'm morally conflicted.
Well, just Jimmy, hold on. We got this.
Welcome to Going In Blind. I'm your host, Zach Tidwell, and today, what's that smell?
Jimmy,
I'm trying to hold it in.
did you fart?
Yeah,
I didn't fart.
I had tacos last night.
Oh,
God,
Jimmy.
I could taste it.
We're so sorry, sir. We're the cleaning service you hired. Just
No.
tidying up.
Consuela?
That's right. It's me and Consuela.
Me gusta.
No, me gusta.
Jimmy, grab it.
No,
Jimmy, grab it.
I got it.
Ah, all right.
No say.
Well, this was a ruse.
What? A ruse for what?
We're stealing your podcast, Zach.
I'm confused. I was about to introduce Jesus Christ.
You have Jesus Christ on your show?
Well, unfortunately, you're going to have to reschedule.
I knew he was real.
We have our own guests we're going to be interviewing, so don't worry about that. And you know what? Just take a load off. Go. How do you go outside and feel the sun on your skin?
Here, take this Stretch Armstrong with you.
Yes, it feels nice in the hands.
He's made of syrup.
Oh, that's wonderful. I can't wait to dip my balls in him.
Oh, well, hey,
It's my favorite thing to do.
I mean,
with
we're
Stretch
not giving
Armstrong
it
too.
to you. Like, we're going to give you your podcast back when it's done. And I do expect the Stretch Armstrong back, and I wouldn't want ball hair on him.
Too late.
Well, he'll be sticky for different reasons. So.
I mean, we don't need to go that far.
Oh, it's not that kind of takeover. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, you guys just tell me what you need.
Well, here's some tickets to Dave & Buster's, and there's an Uber waiting outside.
Okay.
Mike, this podcast is so accessible.
One selected
It is.
sync locked.
It's just it's yelling at me. I feel
audio
like
clip region.
It's just telling me what to do with
Add
it.
new. Mix.
This is gonna be fun.
Generate. Effect. Off. Fading.
Two best buddies are talking about whatever they want. They're looking for a show to steal and treasure to haunt. Michael and Jeremy steal your podcast. Michael and Jeremy steal your podcast. They like to get crazy, talk a lot of trash. Michael and Jeremy steal your podcast.
Welcome to Michael and Jeremy Stealing Podcast. Hey, Jeremy.
Hey, Mike.
How are you?
I'm doing good, buddy. How are you doing?
Oh, just peachy Kino.
Always peachy Kino.
Always.
You should get that checked out.
You know what? I'm actually not.
You cried the other day making wings.
I did. Jeremy, we are joined here today by author, life coach, therapist, and self-proclaimed CEO. No.
Yep,
CEO
of Self-Worth.
of Self-Worth. Rachel, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Excited to be here in all my glory.
So I think you're going to fit very well in this episode of Going In Blind with Zach Tidwell, a wonderful podcast gaining introspective into the world and self-help and understanding that we're not alone out there. Cooking or firefighting or military or you're going through
Suicide.
shooting yourself in the face.
Zach's a real mensch. He's a real good guy. He's out there trying to talk to people about real things.
Yes, Zach is an awesome guy. We did interview him for our Patreon channel, that will eventually be up for you to enjoy. Patreon.com/MJSYVERSE. So, Rachel, what's your deal?
So my deal is that you mentioned suicide, and that kind of goes along with what I do because
Wait, you help people commit suicide?
I don't help them commit the suicide.
Who do you think you are,
but
Canada?
You got to cut up, not across.
I don't get that in depth with it, but a lot of the people that show up for my work might have suicidal ideation because I help people that have the poor issue of an injured sense of self-worth, and a lot of times that comes with suicidality or just self-hatred, self-harm, that sort of thing. So they don't like themselves very much when I get them. I help them learn to like themselves, learn to love themselves.
See, I would love that. I would love to love myself.
You don't love yourself?
Not really. No.
Well,
I would go as far as to say that I'm in love with myself. In love with
That's
myself.
great. I think that's great.
we got two polar opposites here then.
We're pretty much that for everything.
Yep.
Except for certain things.
Like communism.
Wait, you're a commie? You're the one wearing red, right? Well, we're both wearing red.
Your shirt says manifesto on it.
It says Streetlight Manifesto. It's a great band. You went to me with that concert.
I can't see what either one of you are wearing. I just see a head.
Oh, Mike's head.
Do you see my head?
I don't know which one are.
Oh, that
I
is
guess
me.
Mike's.
Yeah, so you see my face. My beautiful face that I hate.
Hated face. Oh.
So,
I
Rachel.
have an exercise to help you like your face.
Can you help Mike?
Oh, yeah. Can you help me?
Yeah, help Mike.
Yeah, it's called mirror meditations. So I teach people to sit in front of the mirror and talk to themselves as if they were somebody that they love and have conversations with yourself. Learn how to do. It's called self-talk. I teach you how to.
I
do
talk to
self-talk,
myself.
and
It's very mean. The guy in the mirror is a very mean guy.
he's mean.
Yes.
That's what I help. I help you to take the mean guy, this inner self-critic, and talk to him until you guys can find a level playing field and work through some inner conflict and then become friends.
I stare in the mirror. I look at my lips, my eyebrows, my nose, and I think about how awesome my parents were for being so attractive.
I didn't used to be like this. I didn't used to be like this. It was only probably around the year 2000.
What happened in 2000?
My wife left me.
Not in 2000.
That'll do it.
2001?
Your wife left you?
Yeah.
In like 2020? 2019?
Yeah, yeah, like 2020.
Yeah.
It was January. It might have been 2021. So that was a hit.
Those are things that can do it. Yeah, I talk about that too in my program. That it's not just that we've done, it's things that we've done and things that other people have done to us that can create self-hatred inside of ourselves.
Do you think that she left you possibly because
I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Well, Mike,
just
we're talking
to
to a life coach. Do you think maybe she left
I mean,
you
I'm here free.
because you were too handsome and she couldn't handle your massive package?
No.
Oh. Well, maybe you should tell that to yourself in the mirror.
Okay.
Right? Can I get a life coach to back me up on this one?
Might be leaning towards self-sabotage.
Oh, that's my favorite thing to do. especially on the dating sites. Oh my God.
Oh, your dating profile stuff is so funny.
Oh God. It's because I use humor for humor is my coping mechanism, right? So
It's one of mine.
there was I think I should, you know what? Let's pull it up.
Mike,
let's take a deep dive.
Mike has a tendency when like a woman starts reacting like she's interested in meeting, then she must be a robot.
No, I don't do that anymore. Because actually, the face. Well, that was true for a while on the sites that I was using. They were robots, and I called them out. One of them was definitely not.
Yeah.
One of them turned out to be a real person.
She's like, wow, you seem really interesting. Like, oh, she's interested in me. She must be fake.
But no, there's a pandemic.
Have you seen the robot, like the sex bots?
Oh yeah, I
these?
don't
mean,
do that.
No, Mike prefers the old analog technology.
All right, so there was a nice long conversation I was having with. She's a first responder, very cool. She's a firefighter, EMT, and we talked for several days. And she's like, I got a dark sense of humor. I was like, that's perfect. And so, is it? She says, oh, we have a sense of humor. And I was like, this is an important quality, a necessary one, I'd say, especially for what you do. I'd tell you some jokes, but via text, it would make me sound like a thirsty man with Down syndrome. Plus, I'm mostly reactive.
She left you on red on that one.
No. And then she goes, you got to feel your audience out kind of thing, right? I was like, that's right. There's usually a questionnaire and a couple political statements followed with, how does this make you feel? And then she says LOL, which is great. This is where she left me on red.
Oh, no, Mike.
And I said, my co-host constantly asks guests where they stand on Israeli-Palestine conflict.
You brought me into your
as a
dating
means
thing.
of making them uncomfortable. And I usually follow up with, you don't have to answer that. Never responded ever again.
You brought me into your dating conversation.
All right, this one was really fast. Hi there. Hi, Michael. I like that you use your whole name. And I say, thank you. I like your name too. Reminds me of Jurassic Park. Her name is Amber. Didn't respond to that one.
there might be some self-sabotaging behavior going on here.
Okay, yeah.
Is Mike beyond your help?
I don't really want them to engage much further than here.
You know what, Rachel? If you're good at something, don't do it for free, right?
Oh man, so funny.
I'm glad you're having a fun time. This makes me. I'm glad you're a good pick, Rachel.
Thank you. I like humor too. I also like dark humor. So.
Oh, very good.
Where do you stand on Israel-Palestine?
I don't have to answer that.
You don't. You don't have to answer that.
No, you don't.
Oh, I heard.
But I would like to know where you stand on Brexit.
On what?
Brexit.
It's so outdated.
It's something that happened like 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I'd have to do some Googling first before I could have an opinion.
How'd you feel about the fall of the Berlin Wall?
Bringing it back to communism, Mike.
Are you more of a hero or anti-hero person when it comes to your media?
I try not to wear capes at all. But I also try not to be completely oppositional.
Well, they're not in style. It's not 2008.
Uh,
So I don't judge you for not wearing capes.
I try to wear crowns more than anything.
Oh, I like that. It's like a person of many hats, but a person of many crowns.
It was my segue into talking about the name of my program.
Oh.
How to wear a crown.
I love it. I love it. Continue.
Yeah. It's a metaphor. So we talk about the crown being this symbol of the self-worth.
Okay.
And it kind of ties the chakra system with the crown chakra. I don't know if you guys know anything about that, but like talks about the crown chakra, which activates your connection to God and spirit and spirituality. So it's a spiritual program in nature. That's what everything's crown symbolism.
Okay, but regardless of the spiritual nature, I'm sure that there's some, trial and error science on what works and what doesn't, I'm sure.
There's a lot of pieces to what create a positive sense of self-worth, and you have to kind of know how to use all these different tools in the right times. And I break this down into four rules of royalty is what we call it. And the first one is talking to yourself like royalty, speak to yourself like royalty. So it starts with that, like I was saying, like the internal battle. You learn to learn that internal voice and speak to yourself appropriately in a way that boosts you up and lifts you up instead of tears yourself down. And then secondly, you learn to treat yourself like royalty, which just means self-care, doing that things for yourself to take care of yourself so that you can start to feel better. And then the third is carry yourself like royalty, where you learn to kind of take those things that you're learning and doing in your head and applying in your personal life and take that out into the world, and you start walking a little taller and start, doing things a little different in the world. And 4 is the part that's kind of really spiritual, which is the honoring yourself like royalty, where you try to carry, a higher vibration or a better vibe about yourself, and use that, all the things that you're doing that are well and that higher vibration to impact the world in a positive way. So it kind of steps you into loving yourself all the way into loving the world and serving your purpose, whatever that might be.
I love that. I think that's great and awesome.
Thanks.
It sounds really nice. Like I wish I'm gonna start doing some stuff maybe, because I mean, there's no alternative. I can't stay like this.
But you just look in the mirror.
It's not sustainable.
You look in the mirror.
Yeah,
snap your fingers.
That's where I was like, I can't keep hating. I can't do this forever. I can't fucking hate me forever. I'm sorry. Do you guys cuss on your show?
Oh yeah,
yes?
Absolutely.
Okay. So that's where I got, because it's about my own personal journey. That's what created this product, was me hating myself, and I had to face that, and I had to go, oh shit, I hate myself.
What'd you hate the most about yourself, and would other people agree with it?
Yes. Probably they would agree. I didn't feel like I was a good person. I had a lot of really shitty habits, bad
kids
traits.
locked in my basement.
The grocery store clerks hated me.
But it's like I was really insecure, and that shows up as like being clingy or jealous or things like that.
Mhm.
And like I was impacted, a lot of the things, there's reasons, right? Traumas, different things in the past, right, affect you. But like I didn't trust people very much. So I wasn't showing up as like a good friend, because I didn't really want to be in connection with anybody and really want real deep relationships with people. So I had a lot of self-sabotaging behaviors, like we were talking about earlier. I push people away, and I'm gonna hurt you before you can hurt me, and just like weird stuff like that. And I isolate a lot,
You're very relatable.
all kinds of things.
I always find it fascinating when
I was doing things.
Yeah.
I always find it fascinating when someone so stunning is insecure. I believe before we got on the show, Mike, you were like, "This is our guest. She's a cutie patootie." Is that a quote?
I mean, we don't need to bring that part up, Jeremy.
Yes, we do. Please continue.
You said she's a cutie patootie.
I did. I was like, Rachel's saying that she's going to come on, and she's a cutie patootie. It was exactly the words I used.
And then I looked and I was like, wow, she's stunningly beautiful. And those people who are blessed with that and work on it, I'm sure you do a lot of work on it as well. Don't want to just say you were born stunning, but maybe your mom was stunning. I don't know. But to have that insecurity, even though like there's other people looking at you and they're like, man, I wish I was like her.
Well, I think a lot of times if you are attractive, you can get, they call it like pretty girl syndrome, but it's like everybody will objectify you or look at you for only your appearance, and then you start looking at yourself for only your appearance, and you feel like that's your main source of value. So you get really hung up on it, and then you get insecure about it because you feel like you have to always be attractive. So number one source of insecurity, if that's an asset of yours, psychologically, right? Like, and so then you have to learn that that's just one piece of who you are, and that there's all this stuff going on underneath. And so one part of my program too is we say that we learn to be beautiful from the inside out, right? It's being pretty from the inside out. It's cool to have this, but it's like this. A mentor told me this once, that it was like being like a dressed up garbage can, right? If you do all this work to be pretty on the outside, but you're trash on the inside, you got bad character traits, bad energy, bad thoughts, you don't feel good, then what's the point if what's inside is garbage? So you want to work on that inside first and do it from the inside out, and then dress up this, and then you feel really good about yourself. Then you can actually be like, oh yeah, you know what, I am pretty, and that's okay, and I can own that. But I couldn't own that for a really long time because I felt like such shit about myself from what was going on the inside. I didn't have good thoughts, I was always picking myself apart. I thought everybody else was picking me apart, just all of those things. But I did learn that I hated myself. I had a lot of guilt. I treated people really badly. And I had to learn that I wanted to do something different because I realized I was always going to be, it was this idea of that mental battle that goes on in there. Like I said, that's like a prison, right? I'm stuck in here with myself forever. And so if I don't learn how to relate to myself better and become a friend of my own, then this is a metaphor that I talk about in the book of like, picture yourself in a room with somebody that hates you. So you're in a chair.
I do that every other
they're
Saturday.
in a chair. This person hates your fucking guts, okay? And they're cussing at you all day long, going, "You're a piece of shit, and you're ugly, and you're stupid, and you're this, and you're that." And they're just yelling at you like obscenity, like just terrible things.
Sean Connery, get
That's
away
what it-
from me.
He himself.
Stop slapping my wife, Sean Connery.
But I mean, it's an extreme scenario, but that's what it's like to be stuck in your head with yourself when you hate you. And no matter where you go, there you are, right? You're always going to be with you. You can't outrun this. You got to face it inside of yourself. And that's what it's all about, is just learning how to be a friend of yourself.
Yeah, a lot of these techniques, they sound great. I guess how do you try to convince somebody to start a program? Because of course, the hardest part of ever doing anything is starting to do it. Right? It's the first time.
I thought
that you
waiting
sit-
was the hardest part.
What waiting?
Waiting is the hardest part.
Jeremy, shut up. So how do you try and coach somebody into actually starting any of your techniques? Like, do you have anything for that?
Yeah, I think my first approach would be acceptance. I think that we have to know what our problem is first. If we want the solution to it, we have to accept that that's our problem. So a lot of it's attraction marketing and just putting out things that are, what people can relate to. Oh, that's my problem. That's my problem. That's my problem, until they kind of come to me. But if somebody's struggling with like getting engaged in the solution, then it's working on that acceptance of, do you do this? Are you having negative thoughts inside of your head? Do you feel insecure all the time? Like, here's the things that point out if a injured sense of self-worth is your problem. And if this fits the bill, then first we have to accept that. And we have a common phrase in my program of just saying, like, it is what it is. That's our radical acceptance phrase that we use. And then you have to accept, okay, it is what it is. Just like I was talking about, I had to accept that. And I had to say, that's my problem. I hate myself. That's why I am the way I am. That's why I do the things I do. It's because I don't like me very much. Not only do I not like me, I kind of hate me. And that's extreme. And I don't want to hate me. Then it moves into deciding and making that decision. We can weeble wobble with, ambivalence. We can have ambivalence.
But we'll never fall down.
Do I want to change this or do I not want to change this? It's going to be hard, but I don't, and that kind of goes back to, I am a trained therapist and I do have degrees in psychology. And so we utilize what's called the stages of change, which is, there's like 5 stages of change. So I didn't help somebody identify where they're at on that cycle of change. And then just ask them using motivational interviewing, the proper coaching questions that would help them to kind of figure out for themselves how to move to that next level of change that'll help them be more motivated to move forward and actually embrace solution.
Yeah, you need to know that you have a problem, and you have to actively tell yourself that you know that you have the problem and that you want to fix it. That's all. That's going to be the first stage.
For sure.
You ever thought about just bottling it all up?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's again unsustainable. It's that's where I'm at, and I've been at for a couple of years now, and it's taking its toll physically, mentally, all of those things. So something's got to change.
Just buy more bottles.
Start by talk to yourself like you're somebody that you love. At least try to talk to yourself like somebody that you tolerate. Like, a lot of times we talk to ourselves 10 times worse than we would even like a stranger on the street. Like, if it came to like somebody at the gas station you're talking to, you're giving them your money, like you step up into this kindness mode to like be respectful and like, loving to other people outside of us. And then we don't do that for ourselves. It's like, I can talk nicer to the person at the counter at the gas station than I can to me. Like, that's a problem. That's another tool I call the self-love it's another mirror activity, but it's using somebody else as a mirror, right? Let me take who's my best friend in the world, who's somebody I love unconditionally. I pick my kid when I do this exercise because I know I love my kid unconditionally. So I'm like, how would I talk to myself if it was my kid showing up to me with this issue, or if it was my best friend showing up to me feeling like this about themselves? How would I respond to them? I probably wouldn't be like, yeah, you're right, you fucking suck. Like I would say something encouraging and kind to them. And then I just try to act as if, even if I don't feel it yet, you act until you feel it.
So when you're feeling these things, Mike, you need to look into the mirror.
Imagine you.
And imagine me.
Stop being a bitch.
Yeah. Hey, knock it off. Put that on the SSRIs.
And you can't, and I am silly with myself. Like I joke with myself and all of those things too. Like you don't have to lose your personality or like fake something. Like, being humorous with yourself is also a way to connect with yourself. If humor's your love language, if dark humor's your coping skill, like use that, put that on there. Be funny with yourself.
Well, you could always, call me too, because my phone calls are just full of compliments.
They are. And your text messages.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that is true.
Yep. And I wouldn't lie to you. When I say, hey, what's up, my big girthy buddy? I mean it.
You're not talking about my belly, are you?
Nope.
Nope.
Doesn't matter how big your belly gets, you can still see that thing.
You know what, Jemmy? That's true. I should say that to myself. You know what? You can still touch it and feel it and see it.
If you can look down and see it and your toes, you're doing good.
And
buddy.
you know what? It takes more than one hand. So, you know what? You're doing good, Michael.
More to love.
There you go. So, what do you do for fun, Rachel?
I would say I'm kind of boring, actually. Like a lot of people, because I have such a big like online presence, and I'm very animated when I'm doing my work and stuff. Like people tend to think I'm an extrovert, but I'm not at all. I'm like the world's biggest introvert, and I am so boring. And I like to be home with my family and like I like nature, and I like to binge Netflix and stuff like that. I'm write, read. I love education. I love learning. So I'm always like learning the next tool or thing about psychology or whatever that I can use in my work. And I'm actually pretty boring.
What are you binging right now?
The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
Hell yeah. Great show.
Which is about the female comedian from like the 40s, 50s. So good. Oh my God. I love comedy.
Fantastic actress.
She's doing a phenomenal job. She's such a character.
Amy Sherman Palladino, great writer, great director. So is her husband. They both write and work on that show, just like Gilmore Girls, another great show that Amy Sherman Palladino did.
No wonder I love it then, because I was obsessed with Gilmore Girls. That was my show growing up. I love how their witty banter and everything about them.
Yep.
I wanted to be in Stars Hollow and be a Gilmore Girl.
Yeah, that set's been a lot of stuff. The set that they used for Stars Hollow, that's been in a bunch of shows and movies and stuff.
Dawson's Creek.
Was it?
No, I don't know.
It wouldn't surprise me. Hallmark movies.
My favorite Hallmark movies are the Christmas ones.
They're so bad.
Dean Martin.
They're so bad that they're good.
Yeah, right. I think they know that. I think that's why they do it that way.
Dean Cain.
You're my husband now, because I am royalty and I need to pretend to be a commoner.
I like the one that just starts with the widowed wife. Just to really get everyone's emotions up. It just starts with a husband in a car crash or something. And then she finds love on Christmas.
Yeah. 3 weeks later.
3 weeks later. This is your new dad.
Worst actors. You're the worst actors.
Yeah. No, sorry. Can we get that again? It sounded too good and natural. Can we cringe it up a bit?
I know what we need to do. Give him a fake mustache.
Where are you going? Like you like can't even read.
Amelie.
I rewatched The Wedding Singer last night. It's a fantastic movie. So good. It's like the quintessential rom-com.
Adam Sandler.
Mm-hmm. Billy Idol.
Yes, I love God. It's the greatest thing he's ever done.
Billy Idol's the man, dude.
Being himself in there.
I got a Stretch Armstrong that looks just like him.
Last time I saw Billy Idol in concert, he looked like he didn't want to be there at all.
No, he was probably thinking about martinis and sherbet.
Potentially.
It's his favorite thing.
You said the last time I saw him in concert. You've seen him more than once?
The last and only time I've ever seen Billie Eilish in Billie Eilish.
Billie Eilish now?
Yeah, Billy Idol.
Billy Idol.
Great tits.
Yeah. Idol. What the fuck's happening?
We don't know. Don't ask us. we derail constantly. Hey everybody, Future Michael here, and I'm only popping in to briefly tell you that we're brought to you by Dungeon Studios, makers of 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons modules. You can go to their website, dungeonstudios.co, and download a module to play with your friends. They're a lot of fun, and they're very affordable. They're on sale, only a couple bucks a module. There's a lot of work that went into those. I'm sure anyone who went there would appreciate it and say, wow, they should be charging way more for these things. And I agree, they should, but they don't. And you can also check out their suite of shows like The Game, Nerd News, and Fables from the Forgotten. An audio drama with a lot of great voice acting and writing and stories. Everyone loves stories, unless you don't, and you're a weirdo. We're also brought to you by Silk City Hot Sauce. Go to their website, silkcityhotsauce.com. That's SILK, Silk City Hot Sauce. And use our promo code STEAL at checkout, STEAL, to get 20% off of your order. Get some dope-ass sauce and smother it with your food. Yep, smother the hot sauce with food. You should try that if you haven't. Also, no Band of the Week, ever, again. We won't be doing Band of the Week anymore. Unfortunately, it's too difficult to negotiate, so... it hurts us more than it helps us, therefore we would be stupid to keep doing it. You know what? I'm just tired of getting burned. So, sorry guys. Alright, I love you, bye.
I do love Billy Idol, though. He's a... Except for, he did do one thing that I thought was really cringy and dumb, is London had this campaign to stop vehicles from idling while they were in traffic.
Hitting people.
And so he was like, hey, this is Billy Idol. Remember, the planet is our only resource, so don't idle in traffic.
I bet he got paid.
Oh, yeah, you sure did. Oh, Billy Idol, stop idling.
He had to wear sunglasses to stop from eye rolling.
I wish so badly that I was known enough to do the most ridiculous things like that to get paid.
Who's your favorite band, Rachel?
My favorite band? Oh my god, I love music. I feel like I have like momentary favorites.
Sure, right now.
Like, right now I've really been into listening to Connor Price. He's younger, and it's like kind of like rappy.
Attractive.
Younger.
It sounds like that.
He doesn't have to call himself a king because he is one. Sounds like country music. Connor Price.
It's like a modern rap poppy kind of thing.
Well, a lot of modern country now is pivoting to rap.
Hick hop.
Hick hop. Is that a thing?
Hop.
I don't know.
Did you make that up?
I don't know. It's probably in my brain.
No, it's just
No, it's real.
you've seen it, yeah.
That's so real.
It's like Florida Georgia line.
Lil Nas X.
Yep. He does our taxes.
That's right.
Little Nos
Yep.
does your taxes.
No, we big Nos.
Yeah, he's a big Nas now.
He's big Nos now. He does.
He did the blood shoes, right?
I think he did the blood shoes.
He did the blood shoes with the pentagram.
Yep.
Yeah.
He came out with that country song, and then everyone loved him. All the country people loved him,
Yeah.
and then he was like, "But I'm also gay."
And
he threw glitter.
And Satanist.
He threw glitter in the air and then poured his blood in a shoe.
Yeah.
And all the followers like just started shaking and then exploded.
So it seems from your profile that you are a religious woman.
Talking to the mic.
All right. It seems from your profile that you're a religious woman. Thoughts?
I
Way to put someone in a box, Jeremy.
Religion's a pretty big box.
I grew up Baptist Christian, and now it's like, because I grew up Baptist Christian, like so much of that is just still so inherently who I am. But I also have had a spiritual awakening and explored so many other types of spiritual practices and done comparative religion and all of that. And like I came back around to just being like, oh, well, I mean, at the end of the day, still kind of Christian. Like no matter what I do, like that's just in me. So, but I also like to say like I'm like Christian 2.0 because I respect everybody's religions and pathways. And like I'm like, I don't care if you do what you want to do. Like just because this is what works for me doesn't mean that like, well, you work for you shouldn't work for you.
Perfect.
But
who are the snake ones?
But that, at the end of the day,
Yeah,
like,
who are the snake ones?
The Irish Catholics?
I resonate with like the Bible and stuff, you know. It works for me.
No, there's the snake ones. Who are the snake Christians?
The Irish Catholics.
The ones who get bit by snakes.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Australians?
You've never heard of this, Mike?
Australians?
They're Christians and they have the snakes and they'll like let the snakes bite them and they're like, because of God, the snake can't kill me. And they let the snakes. It's a type of
That's
Christianity.
called cult.
Yeah, it is a cult.
that is a cult.
Yes, that's fair point.
Mormons?
Yeah, it's the Mormons. They love their snakes and polygamy.
Oh my God! My brain is now. You've mushed it because I forgot everything I was gonna say with the fucking snake question.
It's always baffled me, these snake people.
Talking at the same ones that like speak in tongues. What is that?
Yeah, and they also like
Parcel tongue?
They exorcise the demons, and like people who in the church are like, I saw the shadow leave its body, and we'll go out the door. They get bit by snakes.
We
and
shall
they
not
exorcise
speak
them.
his name.
Is it Pentecostal? Is that the thing? Is that the word?
Pentecostal. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
Pentecostal.
Yeah, they'll be like in a tent.
Yeah.
and
A
pull a
lot
big
of
snake
those
out of a
are
bag.
really like radical and cult.
Radical, righteous.
Hell yeah. Mike's a Muslim.
I watched a long documentary about like cults and people that leave cults.
Oh yeah, those are great interviews. Listen to all the crazy things.
Yeah. That's wild. And then they're all very religious based too. Like all of them were like started with like, well, my mom decided to join this church.
I would imagine a lot of your clientele could potentially be past cult members because self-worth is not a thing that is really taught in cults. It's really the opposite. I feel like a lot of cults are like, you don't belong to yourself. You are garbage. You should always be striving to do better. For our cult leader, on Wednesday, you'll be meeting him in a tent privately for 2 hours. We don't know why. But you better get your shit together because you're a piece of garbage and we're going to whip you with snakes.
Now you sit here and your wife is going to be with the leader for the next 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
And bring lube.
You're doing fine,
nobody says
Jerry.
that you find it.
Jerry, you're doing great. It's your wife that's the problem.
She needs a spanking, Jerry. His co-leaders are just a bunch of dudes who like convince other dudes to let them have sex with their wives.
Pretty much. Yeah. And give them money
Yeah.
to do it. Yeah. That's really what it is.
My family
We
was in a
went
cult.
from religion to prostitution all of a sudden.
Well, prostitution is, it's not really, well, I mean, is it technically?
It's not a transaction.
No, because I mean, you're paying him as a tithe, I guess is how he would put it.
Well, it gets you,
It's not prostitution.
If it's a tithe, it's not prostitution.
it's getting closer to God, prostitution, Mike. You just have to fuck the cult leader and you'll be one with God.
Yeah. The new Messiah.
Right. They all look the same too.
I want to see a Messiah in a business suit trying to do a cult. Well, Trump.
We should
That
start
sounds
one.
like a
We should
stretch.
start our own.
Yeah.
We could do that right now.
Oh. All right. What's our cult name?
It's Majizzy cult.
Michael and Jeremy steal your cult?
Yep.
Michael and Jeremy steal your cult. Listen, you're doing it wrong.
We're gonna take it. We're gonna do it better, faster,
Stronger and hornier,
Mike.
yeah. Just like we do with podcasts, Jeremy.
There, you already got. You already have the structure. Why deviate from what works? Just apply it to the cult.
We pivot. Sometimes we pivot.
if there is a cult out there that should exist, it should be the cult of Silk City hot sauce, because I'll tell you what, they make some damn good hot sauce.
That's right. And you can go to Silk City Hot Sauce, some of that old school peppers meets heat, something like that.
Yep. Jeff makes some great sauces, and you don't need to let him fuck your wife to get them.
That's right. And you can go there and use our promo code STEAL at checkout, STEAL, for 20% off of your order when you go to Silk, SILK, cityhotsauce.com and steal from Jeff.
Now that's a cult I can get behind.
Absolutely.
I love the organic ads.
Do you like hot sauce, Rachel?
I like to cook with hot sauce. I don't really put hot sauce like directly on my food, but I will like make some like make chili or like beans. I'll like throw hot sauce in the food.
Well, you should go to Silk City Hot Sauce and get yourself a bottle of Psychic Bigfoot, which is great for cooking.
I think I might.
My wife made wings with them.
Yeah, we had
Very
them.
good.
We had some Psychic Bigfoot wings. It's a mango habanero with a little bit of fig. It's the perfect balance of sweet and heat. It's perfect.
I watched Mike drink it out of the bottle.
I
It's
did.
insane.
It's like a baby bottle.
Well,
Well, it's
it's
more
an
like a-
adult man bottle.
It's more like but he did it like a gerbil. He was licking it, so it kept coming out onto his tongue.
I put most of the bottle into my cheeks.
Yeah, because they normally have like a little cap or something, right? Just didn't know like what the process would look like. I needed a visual.
Oh, a visual.
Why are you rubbing the bottle like that?
It was a glug 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 situation. Got it.
Right, you got to swallow too. You can't just spit out that hot sauce. You waste it.
It's good for your skin.
I just feel like there's pineapples in this some reason.
Yep.
Oh, Jammy.
I get it. You're saying that the hot sauce is like cum, Mike. Fun
Nope.
joke.
Nope. It's a fun joke. We have a very important question that we ask everybody who comes on this show, and Jeremy is going to be the one to ask it.
All right. Well, okay.
Okay.
Get yourself ready, Rachel. This is a big moment. I need you
Ready as all.
to self-reflect.
She's a woman of the world.
I need you to look in that mirror and say, "Yas, Queen, slay." This question: who is better, for your own reasons, Arnold Schwarzenegger or Sylvester Stallone?
Dive deep.
Take your time.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Are you sure? Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Well, I've got news for you. You're mine now. You belong to me.
I love that. I love that. I love this journey for you, Rachel, picking Arnold Schwarzenegger. Now, if you could tell the listeners why you've chosen Arnold Schwarzenegger.
His name is more fun to say.
I love that. It's a simple, elegant reason, and that's all that matters.
Who are they to protest me, huh? Who are they? Unless they've been me and been there and know what the hell they're yelling about.
It's another strike for Schwarzenegger, Jamie.
Yeah, Stallone's not going to win this year. It's just not going
He's
to
just
happen.
not going to do it.
He wrote all those movies.
This
It's
is
insane.
Arnold's year, Jeremy.
He created Rambo from his brain. And Rocky, he wrote them.
Well, he should have written better movies.
I'm sorry.
Demolition Man was great. I love Demolition Man.
He wrote Cliffhanger. Great movie.
No one's seen Cliffhanger.
Mike, but you've never seen Cliffhanger, but you've seen Ace Ventura.
Yes,
You know the scene with the raccoon?
of course.
That's
Jamie.
the opening to Cliffhanger.
Yep, and I
written
have,
by Sylvester Stallone.
and therefore, Ace Ventura was partially written by Sylvester Stallone.
Ask you. And I did what I had to do to win, but somebody wouldn't let us win.
Yep.
What do you think about that,
So
Rachel?
Schwarzenegger does some motivational speaking, and he's got a quote that says that he talks about like if you feel like you don't have enough time in your life to like do the things you want to do, that like being more worried about sleep than you are about like your goals. And he says, "Sleep faster," and I will never forget that.
Very prophetic.
Sleep faster.
Yeah.
My
Yeah,
favorite
sleep-
my favorite Schwarzenegger.
Don't have enough time for sleep faster. And like that was his like how to be better at life. And I don't know, it hit.
What's your favorite Schwarzenegger
sleep
quote, Jeremy?
My favorite Schwarzenegger quote is when he is talking about getting his pump on, and he talks about, "I love getting my pump on. It feels like I'm coming. I feel like I'm coming when I'm home, when I'm pumping."
In the gym, I'm coming.
I'm coming.
At home,
Yeah,
I'm coming.
Right, yeah.
That is true.
His whole life is about coming. Just ask his housekeeper.
And is that so bad? Jeremy, that's self-help is what that is.
He sure helped himself to.
That's
He sure
self-help.
did help himself to the maid, Mike.
He did. It was, hey, Jeremy, it was consensual.
It was. They produced a very handsome boy. It's
They
just
did.
It's a dark-skinned Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's-
Olive-skinned Schwarzenegger.
He's fantastic. And then Arnold Schwarzenegger's first son is just like a fat, pasty blob. And then he's got this Adonis of a bastard son.
I will give Stallone credit where credit's due. He produces the
God.
most attractive women in the world.
His family is beautiful.
Yeah.
Rachel, are you sure you're not a
Are they?
Stallone?
I mean, I hope so. Maybe they've got a lot, the money.
You've got the cheekbones.
About Stallone cheekbones.
Yes.
Nice.
Now you just need to mumble whenever you talk.
But don't commit suicide.
You gotta look in the mirror.
the end of Rambo when he's crying.
And
And you just gotta look at yourself in the mirror and call yourself a king.
I'm gonna be trying these things.
You should.
Not
I think that's
not a joke.
I
I'm gonna
think
be.
that's solid advice.
I think I've learned a lot here today from Rachel. Which thank you so much, Rachel. You're a shining star in this dark world.
aw, thank you.
It's solid advice.
It is. It really
Self-help,
is.
talking to yourself in the mirror, talking yourself up, getting yourself pumped up like you're coming in the gym.
That's right.
I think it's solid advice.
Like I'm gonna add that to my program. I'm gonna incorporate that.
We should, Jeremy. We're helping
Pick
people.
yourself up.
Jeremy,
Oh,
we're
shit.
helping people.
So some of our fans call us the self-made CEO of self-worth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see why.
We've helped some people. That one guy was trying to leave his wife but keep his kid, and he did it. He took our advice.
He did.
Yep.
Yes. That was CJ.
Yep. Shout out.
Shout out CJ. We helped.
You did it, buddy.
That's right. Jeremy, I'm just now noticing you have 3 weapons next to you. You have a saber from the Civil War.
Uh-huh.
You have a BB gun.
The original.
And then you have a 9mm handgun.
Uh-huh.
Why?
There's a lot of communists out there, Mike. They're on the rise.
Should I be careful? Why is that there? It's right next to the board.
Got to protect the studio somehow, Mike.
From who?
Communists. Rachel, how do you feel about communists?
I don't have any political opinions.
Are you able to help them?
Can you help these communists?
Do they hate themselves?
Well, I mean, they're always out there talking about how bad capitalism is while they sell their art.
Right. They obviously don't have any self-worth because they feel like they shouldn't get paid for anything because they are worth nothing.
Except for their communist paintings. They want you to buy those.
Right. That doesn't make any sense. You're supposed to give those away.
Communist.
It's the people's paintings.
Yeah, they're the people's paintings.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't typically ask my clients what their political views are.
Well, it's
before I
irrelevant.
help them.
Yeah, it's absolutely
would-
irrelevant. Unless of course it's contributing, right, to their problem. If
Do their good.
you know,
Yeah.
But that would be an introspective kind of they'd have to figure that out and deal with what, Jeremy?
You can't tell a communist to look in a mirror and talk to themselves like royalty because they don't believe in royalty.
Jeremy, that's funny.
It would be interesting to know. That would be an interesting statistic to know, like how many of my clients are what and is their theme.
I wonder what a communist therapist's advice would be to somebody, right?
Just
Like the therapeutic modality of a communist therapist.
Give up.
yeah. Join or die, I think.
Oh, is that what?
It might be.
Listen, we can't start anything unless you realize that deep down the problem is you're not communist. And then we can really start getting a footing in. Then we can really start the healing.
How does a communist therapist help somebody?
Which comes back to acceptance.
Yes, the first is
It's the same tool.
exactly.
The problem, the communist therapist, your problem is you have too many cans of green beans. Maybe you should hand them out to everyone else.
Well, we've had fun here today. Rachel, if you could take a moment and the floor is yours to talk about where people can find you if they need help, they need that step. where can they find you to seek this help? And whatever else you have going on, plug your book. The floor is yours.
Yeah, I think well, first of all, my website, which is just my name, it's www.racheldgreenwell.com. That's pretty easy. And then social media, I'm on pretty much all of them at Rachel D. Greenwell. I also like to joke that I'm Googleable now. That's like a big, so you can just Google my name and you can Google how to wear a crown and things should start popping up. This is my book, How to Wear a Crown, A Practical Guide to Knowing Your Worth. It's on Amazon, but you can find links to it on that website. So anything you need, you can find from that website. All my products are on Amazon. Easy to find.
Seek the help you need. Don't do it alone if you can't. You know, that's something that I also think is a beginning stage. You know, sometimes you know that there's a problem and you can't fix it yourself necessarily. And that's a good time to seek the help that you need, even if it's just some gentle coaching in the right direction. Sometimes that's all people need. You know, I'm not saying necessarily that you need to go to a doctor and put yourself on a bunch of happy pills. You know, that may not be the best course. Thank you, Rachel, for joining us today. We very much appreciate you.
Thank you so much. I had fun. You guys are fun and funny and awesome. Thank you for having me.
Oh, and for all you people out there, if you do need the help and Rachel's busy, you can call our phone number and leave us a voicemail. We'll play it on the show.
903-287-0660.
We'll play it on the show. We'll
Text or voicemails.
We'll air out all of your problems to the world.
That's right.
That's one way to do it. And join our cult.
That's right.
Yes.
Majizzy Cult.
The Majizzy Cult. We have hot sauce.
Put it in your eyeballs.
Aw. Poor Zach.
It'll bring you closer to God.
Oh, poor
Put the
Zach.
hot sauce in your...
Just we stole a podcast from a blind man, and now you're telling our listeners to put hot sauce in their eyes.
The coolest blind guy. Jeremy, that doesn't define him as a person.
You're right.
He's just a great guy.
Well, we did establish during his interview that he is girthy.
Going in Blind with Zach Tidwell. Everyone should check out that podcast.
What was his quote? He said, it's girthy, but it doesn't hit the bottom, but it does touch the sides.
Yes, he did say that during the interview portion.
Those are from his words, not mine.
Jeremy, this episode has been filled with attractive people.
Yep.
Zach is a very attractive Marine.
Yes, he is. He's a buff dude.
And Rachel, you are arguably very attractive.
Arguably.
Arguably.
You're gonna make her have to.
I can't put you that much on a pedestal. I mean, you got to work for it, I guess. Oh, and then the conversation ends. And then Rachel left me on red.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave you on red, Michael.
Yep, fair enough. I'm gonna work on that. All right. Yeah, we are MJSYPod. MJSYPOD on all the things. Go to our Patreon page. It's got interviews, such as one that we did with Zach Tidwell for Going in Blind podcast, and that's patreon.com/MJSYPod.
If you want to get a little sneak peek of that Patreon, we did drop a Majizzy Snack Time interview that we did with B. Ross.
From Super Garbage Day, a video game podcast. You can listen to that. It gives you a nice, fun taste of what these interviews kind of are like. They're usually pretty goofy and fun, and really breaks these other podcasters out of their shell from their normal style. So check that out. There's the second channel, Michael and Jeremy Steal Your Podcast Supreme on Spotify, where you can link your Patreon page to that and get all of our episodes all in one spot for you. We have an email. It's UHJYEAH at majizzypod.com. Our website is majizzypod.com, and everything that I'm telling you is also there.
We have Discord.
We do have a Discord. Please join us. It's a great community of people.
Lots of people on there that do a lot of creative things.
Rachel downloaded it today to talk to us. And now she's a member of our Discord forever. There's no escape.
They're a cult now. You won't let them leave.
Yep, Majizzy Cult. I'm going to make a new channel on our Discord called Majizzy Cult.
We just
They're not gonna let me leave, and they're making free hot sauce.
Oh,
Save me.
we have a channel on our Discord where you can upload your feet pics.
Yep, your feet pics, and if you need to share anything from while you're in the bathroom, we have from the toilet channel.
Yep. In case you ever walk into a fancy bathroom, a scary bathroom, or
just bathroom thoughts while you're taking a poop.
It's one of my favorite things we've ever done.
It's healing.
It is healing.
It's healing.
Everyone uses the bathroom.
Everyone poops.
Well, they poop in different ways, though. Some people have bags.
Yeah. Yeah. But
Well, that makes them the toilet.
wait, they're pooping in
They're
themselves.
portable.
Wait, no, that's not how it works.
From the toilet.
Well, I mean, we're not doctors.
Okay, well, like and subscribe, all the stuff.
Rachel looks horrified.
You don't have to take pictures in the bathroom.
You just call people that have colostomy bags like their own toilet.
I mean, just portable toilet.
They carry their toilets with them.
It's accessible.
It's nothing against people with colostomy bags.
No, I think there should be more of them.
Jeremy, the communists are coming. Let's go. Jeremy, I love you. Oh, God, that's a real gun. Jeremy, I love you.
I love you too.
Rachel, I love you.
Love you guys.
Peace.
Bye.
Michael and Jeremy, steal your podcast. Michael and Jeremy, steal your podcast. They like to get crazy, talk a lot of trash. Michael and Jeremy, steal your podcast.
What a fun episode, Jeremy. We had a blast today, and now I feel like it's time to give this back to Zach. Mr. Tidwell, hello.
Hey, what's up, guys?
How was Dave and Buster's?
Where's Stretch?
It was weird for some reason. I couldn't really play any of the games. They have a lot of screens, so that was a bit of an issue. But I did find the Uber, so that was pretty cool.
Mike, I never called the Uber.
You never called an Uber?
Nope.
I didn't call the Uber.
There was a car. There were no more farts. There were noises. No more farts.
Where did they take you, Zach?
I don't know. I thought I could have sworn it was at Dave and Buster's. I got diddled in the bathroom. So
Sounds like Dave and Buster's.
that's was precisely where I was thinking.
You're covered in lipstick.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I feel some guy told me he tapped me on the shoulder and said he could make me see again. And then, there's a period there where I've kind of blacked out a little bit, but we're here now. I'm limping. I was told it's not going to be permanent, but we're back.
Do you have the Stretch Armstrong though?
He's not sticky for the reasons I thought he was going to be sticky.
Oh, he's sold.
Oh, it's the teriyaki sauce.
His arm isn't going back like the which way it should.
He's not stretching back in. Unstretching. Even.
Mike, he won't stop stretching.
Oh, now he's expanding.
No.
Oh no.
Of luxury, classy vibes, sweet tea around here.
Well, we're in Florida. We have lots of sweet tea.
Yeah,
I like-
sweet tea too.
I like public sweet tea.
Not everybody does.
So
I hear
good.
there's some places where you go and you can't find sweet tea.
Yeah, like New Jersey,
Yep.
to Connecticut,
Vermont.
Las Vegas. Mike, name more geographical locations.
Canada. The Philippines?
Take the round out of this
Yeah.
gun.
Oh my God, it's fucking loaded. Oh my God, Jimmy.
We're in Florida. It's okay.
Yeah, but